Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 874. Tuesdays we talk about professionalized wrestling. I am Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Look at all the gear. Look at all the gear. I am so happy to talk wrestling with my friends once again, and including my weekly friend with a new webcam. We're still going to upgrade him, though. Mad Mike up in Junction, Hudson Junction? Hampton
You're really
Junction.
close. Nope.
Haberdashery Junction.
Hopewell.
Hopewell Junction. So it messes me up. There's
you say Dunction?
There's a Hopewell up the road. I didn't get a drink. I need to get. There's a Hopewell like up the highway, and that's one like I'll remember that, and I didn't.
Yeah, you said that last week.
He's the only future endeavored letter with. Yeah, you are a future endeavored letter.
I am a future endeavored letter.
For social media.
Yes.
I don't know what that
absolutely.
means. It just sounds.
I don't know what it
interesting
means
enough.
at all. I put the X in X.
He's got a new laptop. It's got a new vibe to it. He's got a new wall behind him. Does that light switch work?
It does.
Other side.
It's for the outside.
Oh, I was hoping he would have lighting effects going on over there.
No.
Okay.
No, trust me, I'm going to work on that.
We also have commentator and manager to the stars, Tony Kincaid with us.
Yes.
You have a new job title.
As of right now, things are being worked on behind the scenes, but
Future
commentator for sure.
Future championship manager.
Yes. That is a guarantee.
I think that's a good one.
To borrow from a friend of mine, that's not a prediction.
Mhm.
That's a spoiler.
There you go. Is that a Paul Heyman
That is
pop?
a Paul Heyman
That's
Funko.
very easy. That looks ECW era.
It is.
that right?
It is
Yeah.
ECW era Paul. I've never taken it out of the box, so I don't know if the ponytail is.
That's what I was wondering.
No,
was
it's
wondering.
not. It's not
Okay.
coming out of the box until Paul signs it himself, and then it's going into a bigger box that is stronger plastic.
I went through, but it was raining, so I decided to do my late walk at the mall, and one of the collectible stores has just a stack of the giant Funkos. And I got like the super sized like Andre the Giant. These are like the bigger ones. it was ridiculous. Anyways, this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and we like to talk about some wrestles. And first of all, WrestleMania ticket week. If you don't know, if you haven't seen that everywhere, so because you're not traveling to London for Wembley, maybe, or maybe you already are. Let us know. Let us know if any Mayhem are hitting the largest wrestling show ever. Anyways. But tickets are on sale. The Sorg has some tickets, and I know is it a general pre-sale tomorrow? There's like levels of pre-sales. It's very confusing this week. I don't even know why I got an email for a pre-sale today that I did. And then general population goes out Friday. This is going to be a smaller venue, I think, than SoFi and definitely AT&T. So just throw that out there. There's a pricing chart that somebody had posted. Our friend Drew, who was a ring announcer for 247 MMA and previously with Prospect Pro Wrestling, shared. And we bumped that over. So if you want to go see that on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook group, and start your planning now. So for Philadelphia, because a lot of you guys out there are in the Northeast.
Sorg, believe it or not, the Philly Stadium has a larger capacity than Ford Field.
I am not surprised. Ford Field felt it, probably because I've been spoiled by the Dallas Stadium and SoFi Field. It felt tiny for a football stadium, and Heinz Field's not that large either. I think we do 60 or 70.
I've walked around Heinz Field. It's not big.
No, it's not.
I've walked around it casually, not even.
Exactly. And you're not going to get stuck in a corner like at SoFi. But so that's out there, and everybody's starting their Philly plans now. Ooh, I need to look into Airbnbs. But other than that big WWE news, there's something else that has Mike very excited.
Sorg.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what?
Hmm.
Someone is gone from WWE.
I think I just saw this.
Yeah. Ding dong, the bitch is gone. What's your bitch? Lacey Evans. Yay!
I was like, you gotta narrow it down because we've been going on about Ronda Rousey the last couple weeks.
We knew she was gone though.
Ronda, okay.
Yeah, we knew Ronda was gone.
So the WWE is cleaning house of all the ladies that Mike doesn't like.
Her and Ronda gone the same month. I thought it was my birthday. I thought it was a late birthday present. I'm like, I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, I'm very excited.
Okay. Apparently that feud with Sergeant Slaughter was too much. This is based on a Instagram. It looks like alluding to that what you will refer to her as, apparently. Macy Estrella. Is that her real name or is that a new ring name?
That is her real name.
Okay. So there you go. And why does Mike not like her? A lot of I think social commentary, if I'm not mistaken.
Quick Google search will help you.
Okay.
Let's put it this way. In our pre-show before you logged on, Sorg, we said she'd be perfect for NWA.
Yes.
Yeah. What you will.
I'm not gonna get into that. I think she's got a new channel she can attend. But anyways, so
apparently Kyrie's also coming back.
I've been seeing the tweets about it. I didn't know if they were for real. I don't know if it was just Twitter speculation. But yeah, Kyrie Sane's supposed to be coming back. So apparently,
okay. I'm already calling dibs for Mayhem Mania. Asuka versus Io versus Kyrie. That's what I'm calling dibs on.
I mean, everybody's dressed like a pirate.
I don't even need Asuka. I mean, I would love Asuka in that. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I was promised Io versus Carrie when Survivor Series was going on, and there was a brief stare down between Carrie Zane and Io, and I was promised that, and I didn't get that, and that makes me angry. And when I get angry, I get angry.
When I get angry, I get hungry. But it's too early for a Slice on Broadway ad. But just in case I forget, there you go. Okay.
Ad teasers.
Yes, ad teasers. How you like that? That's super professional. And then I bump my mic everywhere. What is happening here? Oh man, this is out of sorts.
We had D&D Sunday, and it just threw him for a loop.
Yeah, that was a little bit of it. It was a good time. And we had Tati on last night for Fish Without Bait, which launched the first episode today. And sorry, there's Public Works outside, so I was concerned. I'm like, what are flashing lights happening out there? So from her she's a non-compete until September 26th, says Tina in the chat room for Kyrie.
Oh darn, she misses All In and All Out.
Oh no. Then she'll be back. So there you go. So she can't stop in for a cup of coffee on All In Out. I'm gonna refer to this period of time as the All In Out
Let's just call it
AEW.
In and Out.
Yeah, the In and Out.
God damn it! You stole my joke.
We're gonna get the AEW later in the show because there's some.
We'll get a double Jungle Boy.
Yeah,
style.
we'll get
It'll
it.
be fine.
Double. I was listening to the fellow that played. Oh, what is his name? That played the T-1000. That was in Peacemaker and such. Help me, Robert Patrick, talking about John Cena, and talking about his son actually was training with. He said Luke Perry's son. So.
That's funny.
Do with that mind fuck as you will.
That's funny.
So yeah. So it was on. It was a. God, I can't remember who was interviewing him, but it popped up in my thing. It was, and they talked about how he was in Marine and stuff. And I guess when they when they got him for Peacemaker, they didn't know that he was already a bad guy in a John Cena movie at the time. And I forgot that both of them were on an episode of Psych. That's a deep cut.
You know, there's some weird universe thing that's going to happen where Robert Patrick's son, Jack Perry, they're going to tag together, and then somehow David Arquette's going to show up, and that's going to bring in Katie Arquette, and now Katie Arquette's a mainstay.
That's how we break her out of Pittsburgh. Got it. So, but no, she's actually doing good stuff out of state. So I know. So
yes, she has.
So, I'm not up with it, so I need to definitely catch up with that here soon. What else is happening in WWE? You messed me up because you're like, it's a New Day. Yes, it is. So I'm like, oh, you're excited about the New Day. It was like, no, that's not the story. I'm like, stop fucking confusing me, Mike.
I
But
am
also,
excited about
the New Day are back. They're back from.
I'd be more excited if it was 3 people.
They're back from their vacation playing cornhole and pool noodle fighting and
have you watched that story?
And giving Liv Morgan a bullhorn for an hour.
Yeah, that's what I learned this week.
Yeah, don't give Liv a bullhorn.
No, Sorg.
What?
Give.
Oh, I was not having it after a while. I had it on a backward round while I was working, and I'm just like, yo, somebody take that away from Liv, please. Listen,
well, no, see, that's the thing. You can't be a passive viewer of that. You have to be an active viewer because
it was an hour. No,
but Sorg, I wasn't watching Liv. I was watching everyone else's reaction.
To Liv?
Everyone, yes.
Oh no.
Everyone else's reaction was wonderful. Like they all went through their own ebbs and flows of how funny they thought it was, how unfunny they thought it was, and then how funny they thought it was again. It was wonderful. It was.
Oh my god. Okay, I didn't get past round 2. All right, they started with the water balloon toss. They got the cornhole, and then they hadn't released these other ones when I was watching last week. Giant Jenga, Dinger Derby, and what's this last one? Pool Noodle Javelin Toss. And I love the Maxine screaming face on this.
Yes. Sorg, the Giant Jenga. That's when Shelton Benjamin gets the bullhorn.
No. So the bullhorn is a constant.
And also Baron Corbin gets his hands on it.
Oh no.
It's quite good. It's quite good.
If only he brought the bullhorn to NXT with him.
Oh god.
Baron Corbin, truth sayer, is his latest gimmick apparently. So
that's fair.
No, I'm enjoying. I'm actually enjoying Baron as part of NXT right now. I think it's a really good spot for him. So. What else is going on with WWE that's got your attention? We are leading up to Payback in a few weeks. I don't think we have any official matches. I think we have some alluded matches. Potentially, we're getting Nakamura and Seth Rollins battle of the musical ring entrances. I love it. Yes,
absolutely.
You know what? There won't be in Pittsburgh counting in that match. So I appreciate that. I don't know what else we'd be leading to for this. I don't think we're going to do much of anything with the tribal stuff, right? Well, I don't know what they do next. I honestly don't know where the tribal.
I think that might be taking a break
Because I know so Roman's been injured, but like the stuff that Roman does doesn't take a lot, right? Like
Yeah, like because I mean we should talk. Jey Uso said he's done with WWE.
Yes, they put him on the alumni page, and I loved
They sure did.
One tweeter out there says, "I would love if Jay actually went out and got some indie bookings."
I saw someone say that he should go to Impact and tell Trinity that her husband's fucking up.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Hey, I'm here to talk to you." Just
like
cross
that would be
straight
really,
over.
really funny.
I swear, if I see Jey Uso in Philadelphia this weekend, maybe they're going to put him on this Super Junior All-Star weekend in Philadelphia, or it'll be on Multiverse with Impact in New Japan. Who knows at this point?
I mean, think it'd be really funny.
I think they have they could do a lot. Or remember when Daniel Bryan was fired, he did some bookings.
Yes, we saw him in Chikara, and he was in a double shot with AIW in Cleveland. We saw him in Chikara in Cleveland. Eamon was visiting that weekend. It was weird.
Yeah, but it was the worst kept secret in the business that they wanted him back instantly, and he may or may not have been actually fired. Although he may or may not have, may have been actually fired, but he may not have been actually fired.
Has he ever cleared that up? Is he?
That will never. That will never. I hope to God no one ever clears that up. I never want to know what actually happened. That is one of those things, and I hope they do the same thing with Jay, because moving him to the alumni section, the same way they moved Daniel Bryan to the alumni section, the same way they moved Punk to the alumni section after Money in the Bank 11.
Yeah,
those things are such good story beats that don't take any effort. If you explain how the magic trick is done, it's not as interesting.
And that's the magic of wrestling. And if you want to know everything, you need to back off. So the interesting from the chat room, I love this. Tina says make an appearance at Knox Pro. That's Rikishi's fed out there. The one where I saw the most.
Oh, that's definitely possible.
Yeah, the one where I saw the one where they sell the knockoff Bloodline shirts with the rest of them. Yeah, with the rest of the Bloodline. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Rikishi apparently. Do we want to talk about Kishi accidentally maybe spoiling a spot?
What'd he do?
So he said that he's doing a signing right before he's supposed to be the referee. Has since deleted this post, but he was supposed to do a signing before he was referee at Payback, and that was what he posted, and it's been taken down. I'll DM you the link quickly. Sorg.
Oh no!
He's a bad man, spoiling bad things.
And it's not unusual that Rikishi would be in Pittsburgh. Oh, is that still StillyCon just happened?
No, Still City just happened.
No, he was. No, this is a listing for when he was here in 2021. I did not end up going to Steel City Con. I think we talked about last week where they had Mike Tyson and Shawn Michaels. I looked at the prices. I'm like, nope, not even doing that. No, I wouldn't be surprised if he's generally just coming in because he does. I know he does from time to time.
So the post was.
I got one from Sportkedia.
Yeah, that's the one I was just about to send you. There's also one from comicbook.com.
Okay, so there. So I have plans for Rico. So what did he? Wait, where's the thing he posted? He explained that it was a mistake, and he's indeed making a rare appearance. Quote: wrong promoter mistake.
Yeah.
So.
Oh boy.
He revealed that he'll be a special guest referee in a match between Jay and Jimmy at next month's Premium Live event in Pittsburgh, which I'll be there for. I'm so. I haven't been so happy for a potential show cancellation until it's like, oh no, I can stay in town and actually see the pay-per-view. Great. So let's see. I mean, we would talk about what and if Roman does have to take some time to heal up a little bit, that's kind of perfect. So let's bring
Roman's not wrestling again until November.
No, easily. No,
we know this.
And actually, in both cases, because we're talking about Saudi's probably the first week too, right? So yeah. So that's a guarantee. He will heal. He will cast the super ancient Samoan witch doctor Z-Packs and get out there for those big paychecks in November. So, Jay Uso Indy. Yeah, there you go. Making notes. I need a producer. So what else is happening? Becky and
Trish Stratus is finally getting her cage match.
Trish is finally getting her cage match.
She's finally getting her cage match. I swear to God, though, if it doesn't main event next week, I'm gonna be real pissed.
It was weird because there was like no mentions until the match came out, right?
No, there were mentions.
Oh, there was something at the beginning of the show. They did
there were
okay.
mentions.
I do a little bit.
Well, I saw it wasn't main event. I'm like, what are we doing?
But also, like, when they're why this is a main event? This should be a main event, which means they're probably doing something differently.
Yeah,
right?
as soon as you saw what they were doing, we're like, oh, okay, that's why we're doing what we're doing. And then it becomes fine, and then it becomes all right. You know, who knows? Maybe that cage match might even be a Payback. I don't think it was announced for Raw.
I thought they said next week.
Okay.
I swear I thought I saw Pierce saying.
I wasn't sure because they also did like a
But I'd love if
like a graphic setup.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Maybe the cage match leads to a match at Payback where I don't know, a certain red-haired luchador comes back, and we get a tag match to blow it off. Lita.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. I know you're talking about my Lita.
Sure, you didn't react at all.
No, but I was building up the. It's just like a wrestling match. You have to have a build and a shine, and podcasting works exactly the same way, Mike.
Yeah, that was my setup, Sorg. I plunged it to the outside, and you just let me fall.
Yes, because we Triple A'd it.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
There you go.
I do like that Becky has a new shirt all about her lemons, though.
Are you serious? WWE shops, I take it.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm going to go.
It's just a giant picture of a lemon, and it says Becky Lynch on the side.
What? No.
Yep.
What the shit? Oh no! Please be.
It's just a picture of a lemon.
All right, I'm looking it up right now. I gotta see this thing.
What? Becky Lynch lemon tea. Oh, there's actually
what
two.
The hell? There are two of them. There's the lemon.
I didn't see there was two.
There's the one that's literally just a lemon and it's on the sleeve. And the other one, when life gives you lemons, and it's her with the lemonade. I really want some lemonade now.
That one's actually very funny. I enjoyed that one.
The
lemon one is kind of stupid.
Yes, that's stupid. That
is. It's literally just someone drew a bad lemon.
Mm-hmm. Come on, art department. Come on. Oh, jeez. I'm going to see that at the next show. You know, I'm going to see some lemon shirts at Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, of course you are, Sword.
Of course.
I did see people already photoshopping Becky Lynch into the Shelbyville episode of The Simpsons, though, and that made me very happy.
The laziest
shirt. That made me extremely happy.
I don't know if that's the laziest shirt, because remember all those terrible designs for NXT? When everybody had a name shirt, and was it Leo Rush? No, ACH, whatever his name was at the time. He had a big issue with it because it came off poor taste.
Yes.
You know, so they're just like, what are you doing down there with that merch right now? You know, so but anyway,
the merch has gotten better.
Absolutely.
There's a really nice Diamond Mine shirt that's out.
Mm-hmm.
And the next purchase I make on shop, I am buying the free Tony D shirt.
Nice. Oh man, I'm gonna go. Let's see.
Tony D, the Don of NXT.
NXT branded. Oh, you can still get a limited
for those I initiated.
Oh man, you gotta get a Nikita Lyon shirt. That's what you gotta do.
I really don't.
There you go.
Really don't.
I don't know. It's in the top. It's in the top thing. When's the last time she's even done anything? She's not injured, right?
She's been injured. So
there's like these. Wow, these are. The NXT page is weird. These are like deadline. That was like the beginning of the year. What the hell? There's Solo Sikoa.
Not all of the shirts are branded
Solo
NXT.
Sikoa
mostly
pictures
branded.
are under the NXT branding. This is a mess. What are you doing, Fanatics? Anyways.
You just answered your own question, though. Let's be.
Anyways, if you got any ideas, hey, we got a great chat room going on. I see a new Brandon out there in the chat room over on Facebook. Thank you for joining us, Brandon, over there. Says he's loving the stream. Thank you, everybody who's joining us. We are streaming on YouTube. Oh, there's a lot going on YouTube. Holy crap. What is all this?
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. What's up,
Is it Garza?
No, it's somebody named Thomas out there. I think it's the one that's been messaging us about something about using an inflatable shield. So we don't have an inflatable shield, but we do have a cardboard cutout of Roman Reigns. So that's the closest I think we can get. But she said, I don't know how to translate this. But no, thank you to everybody that's joining us in the chat room, regardless of your requests. I think you need to draw us a picture on that request there.
Or don't ask the internet to draw pictures. It gets scary.
Send your image, send your pictures to goodtimes@wrestlingmayhemshow.com, and we're gonna have Mike open the emails.
Oh boy.
We're Wrestling Mayhem Show or at Mayhem Show on most social media platforms, even the ones you're not using yet. And we do have a Discord server you can hang out with us on, and we have a Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook group where a lot of the great discussion happens. Like I said, I shared the price breakdown for WrestleMania. If you want to figure out if you can afford to go next year and get your tickets now, I recommend getting your tickets early because it got weird when we waited for California last year, but also it was LA, so that was weird to begin with. So I think you're going to be pretty good as long as you're not getting a stage side ticket. I feel like my vibe is this is going to be like Ford Field, where you're not going to have terribly bad seats.
Except with probably 10 times the amount of looting because Philadelphia.
Yes. Be prepared. Listen, I have been I've been to wrestling shows in New York City. I can't say I feel unsafe in New York City. I can't feel.
No, that's because you were with me, Sorg.
I can't say I felt unsafe. Well, I mean, there's generally an unsafeness when you go to, because I frequent New York City, Chicago, and LA couple times each a year. And there's unsafe, but like generally you're okay. Anytime you're in a place where there's a lot of people, you got to watch your back, right? But we got a lot of people watching our back, and thank you to those that do support us over on Patreon. A lot of you guys out there doing that, and we really do appreciate it. It helps get us going, and it's really, really helpful for keeping the show going, keeping the servers paid for, and all of that. So thank you so much to everybody that does support us, including at the fan show level. I think the longest Patreon supporter ever, Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Ed Berg, Team Hammerfist, and Bobby F. J. Town at the Poppy Club level. Poppy's coming to town in a couple weeks, guys. Dave Profod Podner, spouse of Roost Jewelry Affair at roostjewelryaffair.com. We need to turn that into a jingle, Mike. Can we get on that? Can we have Preston Everest sing the jingle?
Oh God, I don't do original songs. That's the thing. I'd have to co-opt a jingle.
Oh, we'll co-opt something. We'll give you like the Century 3 Chevrolet jingle or something. A local joke. Also, Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid. On there. Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz, and at the manager level, Bradley. I was like, hey, shout out to Riz. He's a little ill this week. I think he partied a little too hard. I think he enjoyed wrestling too hard on Saturday and got the vid. Fast recovery to him. I know he was feeling a little rough earlier when I talked to him. So, and also if you are a part of Patreon, we do have the Patreon Extended After Talk edition. We had a chat with Preston Everest and found out how he hates Jonathan Goff, who is a friend of the studio, and about his musical background. So, hence our comments a few moments ago. So
how does he hate Jonathan Goff?
Oh, you were going to have to listen on your Patreon to find out.
He's got valid reasons.
He's got valid reasons.
Preston Everest is one of the few people in pro wrestling I feel like could go tit for tat in musicals, and this Jonathan Goff slander cannot stand.
All right, we're going to have to set this up. Okay, I don't know why this is the motion that's setting this up.
I don't know what is this.
This is you. This is one finger is you. One finger,
Okay.
and it's my pointer fingers if you're on audio, and and this is Preston, and then
Of course,
and then you
Preston's
guys,
more up here, and I'm down here.
This is you
'cause
guys. Oh wait, you're where? Yes. You're right.
Preston's here.
Yes.
I'm here because Preston is the peak performer,
Okay.
and I am the above average talker.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
let's be fair.
And then we're just gonna West Side Story this shit. Okay. That's what I don't know. I think that's what
I
happened.
didn't want to get stabbed, but okay, I guess.
There's a lot of snapping that's gonna happen.
There's some
Okay.
snapping going on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We gotta play cool boys.
Mhm. They were doing a West Side Story thing in the middle of Righteous Gemstones, I think. I don't know. They just started snapping, and I was like, "Is this a I don't know the reference. Do I need to watch it again? Anyways,
Like if he didn't like Benjamin Pratt, like okay, like and not
no,
Benjamin
it's
Pratt.
not.
well,
It's a whole separate reason. It's a whole separate reason. But I'm not gonna spoil it because it's on
okay.
Patreon.
Fine.
I'm not gonna spoil it. I can tell you on Patreon after the show, and continue the story, if not finish the story.
Okay.
I don't even know what story we're telling anymore.
Neither does wrestling. Anyways, patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Tony Kincaid, Renegade Wrestling Alliance is having their, I don't know what they're calling their show. Is this Aggression Month?
This is aggression.
It's Aggression Month. You know, after doing 10 years and the same show name has been the same month every year for 10 to 13 years, I should know this by now.
Is it ruthless aggression?
No. It's literally just aggression.
Just aggression.
Is it ruthful? Is it ruthful aggression?
There's the
It's
poster. There's the fucking poster, Mike. Just deal with it.
Mark, I'm making puns.
Yes, I know.
They're bad. They're
I
bad
know.
puns.
I'm running the puns down.
No, Sorg. You realize by the time November rolls around, you will not be able to stop me.
Are you ready for full-on dad joke, Mad Mike?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy. It's coming.
There's been
We're just
plenty of
warming
dad
up to
jokes
it.
on this show, but they have been very unwarranted and premature.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, Sorg, do you know when my jokes will become dad jokes? When they become apparent.
Fuck me.
Is it too late to cancel this booking?
No, because you need to talk about RWA because there's stuff happening and you're involved.
Yes.
You're very involved in it. We had Christian Noir on a couple weeks ago, and I know you were managing him. You got your vendetta against Rev because he speared you that one time.
I didn't get my vendetta against Rev.
No.
I tried to.
There was an attempted vendetta against the Rev. Your attempt
this neck brace right here for the audio listeners. I'm holding my neck brace because the doctor has allowed me to not wear it when I'm not dealing with non-aggressive situations. So unless the Reverend Hunt kicks my door down and attacks me, which is possible, I'm not wearing it right now. But it's right next to me just in case Rev decides to kick my door down.
Because you never know. You never know. He's
possible.
Motivated. He's motivated. You know. He's I don't know what I'm alluding to. But anyways, so you got a lot going on there. You got Katie Bright under your tutelage right now, I suppose. So a lot happening there. First I gotta, you're venturing down this managerial role at Renegade Wrestling Alliance. And we've known you as a D&D'er. We've known you as a ring announcer. You've definitely stepped into that a couple of times. Interviewer, commentator, everything. So you're getting really close to the action, and obviously you've been a little dinged up from it, as we just talked about. Why?
Why?
Master interviewer here. Master interviewer.
Why? Because because I can. Because when I stepped into this business 5 years ago, November 2018, for my first RWA show, I instantly became one of the best to ever hold a microphone inside the squared circle. I then proceeded to become one of the best to ever sit at a table adjacent to a squared circle. And I am continuing to climb higher and higher. I went from Renegade Wrestling Alliance to Prospect Pro Wrestling to Revenge Pro Wrestling. People have me on speed dial for spot starts just in case. I sometimes cannot go there because I am just so busy. I have a popular D&D show, but it's not about me. It really isn't about me. It's more about the young talent, the talent that's not given a chance in Pittsburgh. You know, Pittsburgh wrestling is a cutthroat business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and going into Renegade Wrestling Alliance, seeing young stars like Katie Bright, you know, Christian Noir is not, he's a veteran and this is his business, but hasn't been able to get a foot into Renegade Wrestling Alliance, helping him pave the way and try to get some monochrome of revenge against people who have wronged him. And now Katie Bright, we have a women's division at RWA, and I know that there are a bunch of hungry, talented female competitors out there who want to compete, and we have a platform. We had a very strong platform. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but we were one of the first women's divisions. RWA was one of the first women's divisions in the Pittsburgh area, and it was held by a lot of pretty well-named people.
And just to run that down, the women's division that's been Jessie Bell Smothers, who's held the belt a good bit.
Yes.
Jordan Grace was a part of that.
Yes.
Then now Promise Braxton, then London Ali Holiday was here for that, who's big in MLW right now. And the
recent times we had Dream Girl Ellie who was in.
Yes.
You know, Honey Badger made an appearance. We have a platform now, and I felt, when Katie came to me, I felt, yeah, this is something I can do. Because she is such a sweetheart. She's so talented. She doesn't want to be the person who tells people that they're ugly. I'll do that for her, even though she knows they're ugly. She won't be the one that walked up to Dr. Feelbad and say, look at me. I am the face of the future of women's wrestling in this area. I'll do that for her. She doesn't have to waste her singing voice. Phenomenal singer, by the way. Phenomenal singer. So I'll do it for her. And if that means, you know, Feelbad has to look at me and stare at me with those dead eyes that he has, like, by all means, he can stare at me with those dead eyes. Listen, I work with dog. I know what dead eyes look like.
But they're like dead puppy dog eyes. It's really weird.
I mean, they're dead puppy dog eyes if you really like the movie Cujo. Yeah, no, they're dead puppy dog eyes for sure.
Okay.
But, you know, the truth of the matter is I felt it was time. And I quite honestly think Feelbad might agree with me that it's time to reboot this women's division. He says that he's going to make some phone calls for next Saturday. He says so. I have 1,000 pockets full of promises that Feelbad has made me that I can trade for a bridge in New York if you want me to. But we'll see if he follows through on this one. If not, you might see me sit in a ring for 3 hours and demand something from my client.
We'll see.
And I hope I don't have to do that because we have a phenomenal show.
Yeah, and it's going to get really awkward when they send in the Rumble anyways. I just have this vision of you sitting in a chair and just like rumbling is happening around you.
Well, I put myself in bad
This is my signal for rumbling, by the way.
That's your signal? That's the signal you're going with, huh?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't gift this.
No, gift that. Potter,
oh, no, absolutely gift. Absolutely.
No, Potter's retired.
With no context.
Potter's retired.
With no context.
We don't have any gifters right now. You'll do it.
I'll do it.
Podner might do that one for free.
That's true. So a lot happening there. Of course, there is a Renegade Rumble. There's a lot of people involved in that. A lot of people have been announced for this already, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of surprises. You saw on the poster some names like Crash Jackson, who's been making a name in the Midwest, and I think he's been popping up on Impact as well, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Correct.
So a lot of great stuff happening here. Sorry, I'm catching up here so I can get what the main. I'm excited about this main event, and you know John McChesney between Revenge and Prospect Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
He's becoming a little bit of a Western Pennsylvania belt collector lately, holding the belts in both of those promotions. But was it announced that he's going to be taking on the Rev Ron Hunt for the RWA title. That's big. That's big. Does not to throw a pun on that for Big League there, but yeah, no, that's going to be pretty astonishing for that group. And I don't know how much of that crowd knows John McChesney. I know there's some crossover there, but RWA fans, like I feel like there's a lot of. It's been RWA and nothing for a lot of them. So I don't know if they know John McChesney, and I hope they're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Well, if they don't know John McChesney, it's an easy explanation. John McChesney, Big League John McChesney, is one of the staples of the early 2000 Pittsburgh scene, Cleveland scene. I mean, he ran the road up and down for a while, was part of a lot of historic matches in the early days when I was a fan. He had a resurgence a few years ago and really started making this mark and reminding people how damn good he is. And I'm seeing it a lot at Prospect. I'm seeing it at Revenge. Finally took the title at Revenge Pro off of Bill Collier, ending a, I think, 1,000-year run that Big Time had.
Basically.
And also is now the top Prospect champion at Prospect Pro. Fun fact, his first title defense with the Prospect Pro to the top Prospect championship was against Rev Ron Hunt. Rev lost that one. Both of these guys are belt collectors. Both of these guys hold titles and don't let them go. And it's interesting to see. You can say that McChesney defeated. You can say 2PW is his territory right now, but really that's sort of a neutral ground. On a neutral ground where McChesney was the top Prospect champion, he beat Rev. McChesney's now coming into RWA territory. This is Rev's territory. Whether I like Rev or hate him, this is Rev's territory. And now he's challenging the Rev for a belt that is one of the hardest belts to win and a very hard belt to keep. You have to be looking over your shoulder. Now, Big League doesn't run alone. He runs with Team Big League. His president of the Team Big League fan club, Jordy, has alluded that he might be in the building. Julia Lynn, who is the valet for Team Big League, might be in the building. Who knows? There are a lot of people who could come into the building. Rev, yeah, he has the apex, but when it comes to world title defenses, he's been doing this solo. So does he have the manpower? Furthermore, in that crowd, it's a hard task, but I think Big League might be one of, if not the best challenge for Rev's run.
Yeah.
No pun to Run DMC.
That is a Rev house there.
That is a Rev house there. Whether I've been on the leading end of some hatred from the cultists of the Rev, but he's loved by the fans. He's loved by friends, family. He's adored by the owner. I mean, the owner. Never mind. Anyway, it's going to be a good matchup. And you don't want to miss this because these guys could blow the roof off a 150-degree building.
For those that obviously we I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't from the area that can't get in person for West Newton crowd. We're going to have an announcement here very shortly about how you're going to be able to experience that a little bit more frequently if you're out of town on Saturdays. So so for those that are have first time, we got a couple first time names definitely in the chat room. Why should people be checking out RWA? There's 10 promotions in Pittsburgh alone. Why is RWA one of them people should be checking out right now?
In my opinion, and again, I can't say this enough, I don't like anyone in management at RWA, but they do pay me and they keep me on the payroll, so I do have to promote them. That all being said, the fans are insane, and I mean that both with hate and love. This is the last bastion of the territories, I feel. This is where wrestlers go from trainees to superstars. This is the Crucible, the Wild West, Tombstone. I haven't any analogy I can throw at it. Probably doesn't do it justice. If you make it in front of an RWA fan base, you could make it anywhere, because once they hook their disgusting, gross fingers into you, they're going to support you, they're going to hate you, but they ain't going to ignore you. But if they don't care about you, I don't know what to say about it. You make it in RWA, you can make it anywhere. And I mean, our alumni section says that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, first of all, the vibe there is just, it feels like you're going into a war zone once a month. It really does. And there's a possibility it could be a war every month. We've had more incidents than I can count. Things get thrown all the time, but it's a hell of a show.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta admit that.
And it's not like I want to say, like, you're not. It's not like going to a deathmatch show where you could like get hurt, you know,
Well, not
like
all
on
the time.
on a regular basis, like walking in to a mosh pit concert or anything like that. I don't want to oversell it to that, but there is a vibe of, oh my God, anything can happen, and you're probably going to have to get out of your seat because it's about to be used as a weapon.
No, and I don't think the fans are, I don't mean to say like the fans are going to be in danger. In fact, arguably the fans might, throw down and could have a good scrap with another fan, and that'd be entertaining to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like we are, when a wrestling match occurs, the wrestlers are very aware they have a 10 count to get back in the ring, and they use every inch of that space in West Noon. And as long as they get back by 10, who's really going to say anything? But you might have, say, a HL Supreme get thrown through 6 rows of chairs, and you might not get your chair back for the rest of the night.
You're standing. You paid for that chair? That's okay, because it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the disclaimer.
It's honestly, I don't like the fans, but I love that atmosphere. I probably, if they weren't so mean to me, I'd probably like it more.
You don't like the fans, but you love the crowd.
Yeah,
I think is one way to put it.
Ain't that a bitch?
So, no, and that's great. So that's Aggression. That's going to be on not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
That is the the 26th. So please mark your calendars for that.
And we haven't even. I have to briefly mention the Rumble.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Renegade Rumble also, we have over the top rope. We have a few names. You mentioned Crash Jackson, Preston Everest, who you had last week on, is going to be there. Gory, as you just put up on the screen. There are a lot of people. Tyler Klein's been announced. Elijah, and all these guys are going for that chance, that big one, that chance to have an opportunity to compete for the title. And if some of the names haven't been named yet, I don't know any of the names outside of what's been announced because management won't tell me shit. But you can imagine that there might be some surprises, maybe some people that you haven't seen in an RWA ring in a while, maybe some people that you've never seen in an RWA ring. And
Tina's shout out in the chat room, Crash Jackson, a whole lot of dude. I think
Crash Jackson's low key. Like, I can't say enough about Crash Jackson. That dude is
I'm so
beast.
happy. I'm so happy every time I see him on the card. Seriously, he's one of my favorite guys to see out there. So
such a good
that comes into town too. Yeah. So no, it's always a good show. It's always a fun show. You always get a lot for your money with these shows.
Damn it. Tad's also coming back too to face Patrick Hayes for the No Limits title. He's finally getting his rematch on that one. I hate Tad Jarvis, but that should be a good match. Tad Jarvis, of course, got suspended for 90 days as part of the stipulation that he lost the title, and that's up, I guess. Damn it.
Marking the calendar. And you saw what Tad did at the Lumberjack match last week, yeah. So he's on fire lately. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. So go check that out. And again, you can check out all the past RWA shows on IndyWrestling.us on VOD, DVD, streaming. I want to say like almost the entire history. I think we're missing about a year of shows from back in 2010. To be honest, we've been with
the early stuff. Yeah,
you got the longest tenured promotion that I've worked with is RWA, hands down. Nobody's even close, and now nobody's going to get even closer. So there you go. I mean, if I've stuck around for a while, you know that's worthwhile for these guys. So go check them out, IndyWrestling.us. A lot of fun down there, and I hope you guys do get a chance. If you have not yet, this might be the month to check it out. I don't think they're up against anything significant that weekend. It's a nice little pregame for you rolling out of bed the next day and watching All In from Wembley Stadium that starts at noon. So there you go. Yeah,
we promise that we will get you home in some semblance of consciousness, unless Chris Taylor is in the building, in which case you might be drunk.
Oh yeah. So there's I saw an announcement.
Yeah.
And I called it out to the promoters. And I was like, "Are you telling me you're running a wrestling show in between bands?"
Oh yeah.
At this Rock for Life thing.
Yeah.
And one of the bands involves Chris Taylor.
Yeah, Chris Taylor band Shattered is opening for our 2PW Rock for Life show in September. He's one of the bands.
I'm supposed to be somewhere that evening.
You should be.
Think I should be.
I'd avoid the place.
I'd avoid the place?
No, it's going to be amazing, but you won't remember it.
Well, I might not remember it after the other thing I'm supposed to go to. No, there's a bachelor party supposed to happen that night too.
God. Do what I did for my brother and take the bachelor party to a wrestling show.
I really think the bachelor party should come to the wrestling show. Because, I mean, you guys are going to wrap by 9, I think.
As someone who has thrown a bachelor party at a wrestling show, I can't recommend it.
What if one of the people in the bachelor party is a wrestler?
Even better.
What if the bachelor is a wrestler? That may work for the promotion. You know, we'll see what happens. Oh God. Anyways, and no, we do not have any inflatables, unfortunately, but we do have this creepy Rockzilla. Now I burned that into your mind. Sorry, responding to the chat room there. So hey, you know, there was a question about your neck brace.
Mm-hmm.
There's no decoration to it. There's no.
Sure.
It's not sparkly. You didn't paste a bow tie to it.
Sure.
Can we endeavor? If the true fans of Tony Kincaid, like I got a nice art pin from our friend Mallory that was on Fishing Without Bait a few weeks ago. Can I put this art pin on your
What color is that?
And it's every color, I think. It's most of the colors actually. It's wonderful. The camera doesn't do it justice. Mallory
You have
Sherman,
to send me a photo. Send me a photo.
Gallery of Mallory on Instagram. I'll give a shout out there, and we there's about 5 episodes with her over on fishingwithoutbait.com. So send you a photo or on a second.
So I don't want. I have been thinking about the neck brace, and you know, because I have to wear it when I'm at risk of getting injured for at least the next 6 months, according to the doctor, because the neck's not healing properly. Shouldn't have done that. Anyway, the thing I was thinking of is, do I want to add a bow tie? Do I want to add some pins, sequins? I talked to Tyler and Calvin to see what they're coming up with some designs. You know, it's a thought process. I did have a decorated one, not decorated. I wrote Die Rev Die on a black one for the Christian Noir match, and he lost, so I burned that. I don't know where I had another one. I don't know where it went, but anyway, it's up in the air. But
right.
You know, if fans want to see it, pay me.
There you go.
And I might do it.
There you go. Put that out there. Put that out there to the RWA family. Hey, listen. So obviously, you've had a problem with getting into these incidents. You're getting a lot closer to the action.
Sure.
I'll be frank, you're not exactly making friends out there. To be fair, right? I mean, yes. So
sure.
I'm just thinking about things. You're regardless of what you say, I consider you a friend of the show, and I want to look out for you. Okay?
I appreciate
I want to look out for you.
I appreciate that, but with all due respect, pay me and I will.
Oh, sure.
It up.
But I have other things to help you, not just
okay.
Because I'm thinking about this neck brace situation,
okay.
and it's only going to do so much. Okay.
Okay.
There's only so much it's going to do with your neck. You're just going to get in more trouble. So I've been racking my brain. How can we help you? Because Mike, we solve problems on this show. Is that what happens on this show?
We do solve problems. We create $1,000 ideas. We do a lot.
was going to say, I thought you were going to say, and we create even more problems. So.
Hey, sometimes we do.
Yes.
But sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to create 5 problems to solve 1.
You could argue that my inflated ego is because of this goddamn show, if we're being honest.
I'm glad inflatable theme is continuing here.
No!
Because I found something for you. For your consideration. This is, and I'm going to have to describe this for our audio listeners. I have, because you've always, you don't want people to invade your bubble, right? We've always said that. What if you
I love this already.
actually had a personal bubble?
Yes.
It is. It's a vertical bubble. It's got a nice little design to it. Designboom.com. It's a solar powered personal space. I don't know what the solar power does. Well, there's a backpack.
Maybe it charges a cell phone.
I see. But I'm just saying, it just seems like it's more protective, and maybe, although we may have to give you a speaker system to put on it, so you can yell from it, or maybe it'll just resonate out of this thing. I think this is for exploratory purposes. Maybe not this month. Maybe for the next month. Maybe after Katie wins a few matches and you get your bonus, your percentage. I don't know how your deal's working out there. So
it's none of your business.
I don't know if you got a David Lawless contract going on over there or what, but just saying, maybe this would be a fine investment, and I do not have a piece of this company.
And I'll say this: if you do decide to get one, what you can do before you enter inside of it is you can create sections with an erasable marker, and you charge people to be able to write in that section. So it's a money making opportunity.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
And obviously the more sensitive sections, the more you charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like if it's around your eye and head area, which obviously would obscure your vision, that's 10
obviously first rule Mayhem show is don't let anybody sign your woohoo for free.
Exactly. That actually has been said since the first episode.
Yes. First rule of
If
Mayhem
you haven't
Club.
heard it, listen to certain parts backwards.
There you go.
Okay. So I'm looking at this. It seems to be crowdfunded currently. I've currently sent them $500. So we will see what goes on with that.
Okay.
There is also some inflatable the bubbles of the inflatable soccer variety. I feel like that would be dangerous. There is a Zoltan-esque bubble wrap costume.
Wait. Zoltan-esque?
Yeah, you don't know the
Come on, Sorg.
Oh,
Even I know
it's
the
got
Zoltan.
Oh, it's the hold on. Lord Zoltan or
No.
Or
Completely
from
separate.
Dude, where's my car? Zoltan.
Dude, where's my car?
Zoltan?
Okay.
Come on.
Because
Dude, where's my car?
you gotta clarify on this show, okay?
Yeah, but I think all those bubbles are popped because the price is just it's too cheap for me. $40 for a bubble wrap suit, you had to have popped all of those already. Screw you. Plus, this guy has a douchey haircut in this photo.
We do get a lot of bubble wrap. We get a lot of Amazon packages here at the studio. So
we could make one.
Fashion you a Tony bubble suit.
They could, but it could also just be here's the thing. I've sent my $500, and hopefully this is not some weird. Solar power would be really useful for me because I'm always trying to make deals.
Wish, and it's not the size of a Barbie doll.
Shit.
It kind of looks like a doll in these photos. She doesn't look real. I feel like they put this on a real doll.
That's a doll that.
That's definitely.
I wonder if the doll comes with it.
It's definitely a sex doll.
Does the doll come with the bubble though? Because I gotta call my credit card company. You might want to go do that.
Okay, wait. Yeah, Mike, go ahead.
I just feel like that might be something that Poppy brings to Pittsburgh when she comes there.
Poppy's coming to Pittsburgh. I missed it because of COVID last time. I can't remember who she's opening for it. I don't think I care. So I should probably look that up soon. Yeah.
Speak with a representative.
All right, well,
I'm on hold now.
We're going to give Tony a minute with that. We're going to hit a break real quick, and we'll be right back and solve some more problems and figure out if CM Punk is a real person or not after this.
The trophy because there's a new trophy.
This one-man cult, this one man who fought
Bench Pro. Maybe
to win this with his experience in ladder. East Coast area. Look, Katie Arquette's.
Oh my God! Several laps.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Showkeys.
Oh my God! This is one of them.
Oh! For the execution. Underneath. Oh! And now Katie Arquette's back. Out.
Spears fly!
And Arquette again. And now Red needs a spear. Through. Spear into the ladder. Chair, look out. Katie Arquette. Oh! Trying to block. He's trying to hold on.
Oh, nope.
Shot to the head. Colby and as I said, Colby Red has found his way to the top of the card from the bottom to the top.
One punch, Daniel E.
To put together a situation where you are competing. No one really likes Bill Collier in this ring.
265 pounds.
Again, Jones is now going to be the solo guy.
It seems like starting out here.
This is heavyweights with the capital H as Bill Collier. This is one fall to a finish.
Yes. And now Eads setting up. Balance. Jones doesn't even know what's. And has that ability to just wait it out. You got to take your spot. And Bill Collier still believes he won, but certainly not with Collier. There it is. Another choke slam. Got it. The floor. He's got Jones lined up. Spear. Wait a minute. Big time shot. That's it.
We are back. Wrestling Mayhem Show. Sorgatron here in the studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tony Kincaid is still on the phone with his credit card company.
No, 0. English. Damn it. I don't know Mandarin.
And also with us is Mad Mike, who has no financial issues whatsoever.
No, I exist completely in a profitless void.
We're all non-profit around here.
I'll do this later. At least I have my inflatable pillow.
There you go. There you go. Because, you know, you've been hurt in several ways. So, yes, I get you. I got you. Wrestling's tough, man. Wrestling's tough. I remember feeling like I had to ice after shooting a show like every week, and that doesn't. Thankfully, that doesn't happen. That's why.
Imagine dodging chairs and like if J-Rock's booked, there's a possibility. Like,
what do you mean? Imagine.
Fair point. Fair point. My mistake.
I've been behind the camera at RWA for 10 years.
No, you're right. I fucked up here. I bow to you in the dodging projectile steel chairs.
You know why I'm not afraid of anything? RWA.
I thought the Gathering would have done it, but I guess RWA plus the Gathering really does.
No, the Gathering, you have to have a healthy fear.
No, yeah, that's a healthy fear. Just like, oh shit, that's a firework going off beside me. Oh shit, that stripper is breathing fire. Oh shit, that guy definitely just shit in the middle of the. No, no, I don't think I've ever seen.
I appreciate the space work there.
Yes.
Good.
I'm painting a picture here. But anyway, speaking of painting,
making movies, kid.
We're making movies. We're making movies. A lot of
it's
stories.
Goddamn cinema.
A lot of stories
cinema.
And drama coming out this week from AEW, and Phil is at the center of it all. What the hell is going on? Reports, and I will credit friend of production Nick Hausman. House of Wrestling is his newest venture, by the way. I understand he fancies himself a journalist. What's up, Nick? It's been a while. Apparently, according to reports, I'm finger quoting here, and this is with all respect to Nick. I just always put everything with an asterisk when it comes to wrestling journalism. And I don't know. Hey, Nick, somebody could be fucking with you for all we know. I don't know your sources. But apparently, oh, I love this. When's the next AEW media call asking for a friend? According to reports, several individuals were, well, actually, let's start with the thing that is known. I did not see the clip of this, but apparently after...
Oh, I saw it.
Do you want to explain the clip of CM Punk to Hangman, to which he has apparently apologized since? Allegedly.
I mean...
We'll just say allegedly.
I mean, I've always said the apology has to be as loud as the infraction. Okay. But anyway...
After the cameras went off air, what did Mr. Phil do?
He basically said that Hangman Adam Page is a peg warmer. Mm-hmm. And for those not in the know, a peg warmer is someone whose action figure sits on the pegs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You ever go to...
By the way, did a little social experiment after this came out. Myself went to Target. Went to my local Target. I'm not joking.
For science.
Yes. Also for a laptop, which I am now currently using. I went to Best Buy for that. Anyway.
It was next door.
I saw a CM Punk figure. I saw a CM Punk figure. I also saw a Hangman Adam Page figure. The CM Punk figure was in the back of the row. I moved it to the front. Because I'm like, oh, it's CM Punk. Surely, within the hour or so that I'm going shopping for my laptop, I'll come back and this will be gone. Guess what? Hadn't moved.
Okay.
Was not gone at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, time makes fools of us all, Phil.
Science says Phil's full of shit.
Yeah, and also, it's also a harder sell for the Hangman figure because it comes with little cans of beer. I can see a lot of parents wanting to buy that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. CM Punk does not have that problem. Yeah, so, and this was apparently unwarranted, unapproved, and post-show shots out there. And, of course, because of the internet, we all know about it.
Yes, because supposedly CM Punk was supposed to just put people over and get them ready for Ring of Honor.
Which I'm sure CM Punk had no idea that anyone would film the post-show promo.
It's not like
unimaginable.
It's not like anyone does that. No.
No. So outside of that, there are allegedly several people will show up for Saturday's Collision only to be asked not to come to the building. Apparently, Hangman had. I'm sorry, I'm paraphrasing from memory here because I'm trying to find the article itself. But I believe Hangman came in for a promo, was asked to film it somewhere else. I believe Matt Hardy showed up and was asked to not come to the building upon reaching town. Nick. Sorry, can't remember the name right now. Nemeth.
Right.
Ryan Nemeth.
Ryan
Sorry,
Nemeth.
yeah, next to famous one. Also on that, and apparently he had a little bit of Twitter beef, and now does not have a Twitter account. I think he.
He had already deleted his Twitter account a while back.
Oh, okay, but there was a there was a softest in the world comment apparently.
Yep.
So there's something there, and plus him being allegedly part of being the elite show. Christopher Daniels.
Daniels.
Who is head of talent relations? Head of talent relations. Was also allegedly not, and I'm saying allegedly on these in the meantime here. So that is apparently, and of course everybody's like, you just had one of the most successful collisions in a great show and everything, and you had to taint it with all this bullshit. So to which, Mike, I will reiterate what I've been saying. Nothing's real until you prove it to me. This is all leading to something.
Nine episodes. Yeah, it's leading to something. It's leading to Punk's contract running out.
Okay.
That's what it's leading.
How long do you think his contract's for? And they don't have a make good for how long he's been out?
I don't know. We could probably put an over/under on how many episodes of Collision he'll be on left.
Okay.
Let's say it at 20.
20? Is the kid canceled along with him? Is that it?
It's potentially.
Okay. All right.
Because Collision did not do well when it ran up against Money in the Bank.
No.
It didn't.
I can't imagine anybody thinking it's going to.
But Sorg, do you know what happens in approximately 3 weeks?
No.
Saturday Night College Football.
Okay.
It's very popular.
Once again, I don't want to relitigate this, but we've talked about before how the expectations are going to be different for a Saturday show.
I think they better be.
So please consider, I watch Collision every week on DVR, at least 2 days afterwards. And those are numbers that count towards that too, not that ratings number that we see. Okay.
I mean, he certainly isn't 1 mil Phil. We'll put it that way.
Okay. Head to head with Payback. Yeah, to me, and I feel like a lot of wrestling fans are like this.
I'm pretty sure it's actually going head to head with every WWE pay-per-view.
Oh, it will be since they moved to Saturdays.
At the end of the year.
And you don't think they didn't know that? You don't think that wasn't a consideration when they booked this thing?
I don't think it was, actually.
They knew they were doing this.
No, I don't think so. I think it's easier to get venues on Saturday than it is on Sunday. And plus, you're not going up against football.
But you're going against other football.
Yeah.
Okay, and AEW's still running their pay-per-views on Sundays, so tell me...
Well, that's because because they can't run on Saturdays, Sorg.
Because they have another show now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
There's no other day for AEW to run pay-per-view.
No. Okay. Sure. Why not? Tuesday nights.
Unless make
yeah.
Oh, the weekly Wednesdays from TNA.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be down.
Bought a few of those.
They couldn't even do Wednesdays.
Yeah. So
they can't do Wednesday. They can't do Friday.
I don't think
they can't do Saturday.
I don't think this is all high level stuff, and plus also consider TNT will be bending over backwards for AEW content because there's a writer's strike.
Yeah.
Okay. So that no matter what they get,
I mean, there's definitely no writing going on in AEW. So
AEW literally does not have writers.
I know. You can tell.
But Mike, no other wrestling show has writers.
Yeah, they do.
Who has writers?
Raw, SmackDown, and NXT have writers.
No.
They are not.
No. WWE, no other wrestling show on the planet has writers. They have bookers. Nobody hires writers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Everybody. Impact. Nobody.
Lucha Underground had writers.
Sure. And guess what? They ain't fucking around anymore. So.
Oh, that's not the writers' fault.
So, and if they did have writers, because the writers that were probably on Lucha Underground were probably all fucking under the guild because of the way they did that show. Because it was, I will say, Lucha Underground.
Yeah, probably.
Lucha Underground was kind of not a wrestling show.
I did not. No, it was great.
Yeah, and it was great, and that was the super writer thing. But nobody else does that. So wait, I don't even know how we got there. But Tony, what the hell are we talking about?
I lost the plot years ago.
Me too. Me too. I don't know what we're mad about right now.
Sorg, see, I'm not mad about anything.
Okay.
Lacey Evans is gone. I'm happy as a pig in shit. Sorg, CM Punk, it's not leading to anything.
So if I can be the neutral, can I be the neutral observer here? Because this is what I do for a living.
Sure.
It seems to me that Sorg, you think that it is story. Mike, you think it's not. You think it's just Punk being Phil Brooks.
Yep.
Why not both? ¿Por qué no les dos?
Because if it is, it's being told really, really slowly.
So
is it though?
What's wrong with the slow burn?
Exceedingly slowly, and from one side.
How is it though? No, because I don't think silence is deafening sometimes. Like I'm not saying it's work for a shoot. I don't have an opinion on this either way until it goes on my television. I have 3 wrestling companies I work for. I don't have drama in my life to deal with bullshit that's going on nationally until they hire me. But I do recognize that silence is deafening. CM Punk, who I have said on this show is a pestilent little piss baby sometimes, most times.
It's his brand.
Knows that to stay relevant, he has to stoke this elite versus Punk fuel. This fire is still burning, no pun intended, for such a matchup. And the matchup is not Hangman versus Punk at the end of the road. Not in Punk's mind. I won't. If I was Punk and I was egotistical, and I am egotistical, if I'm in Punk's situation and I had the moniker of the best in the world and I was the best wrestler in the world for a 4-year period and wanted to get back to that point, I would not want Hangman and Adam Page. Even though Hangman is a talented wrestler, I'd be looking at Omega. Who's the guy that's staying the most silent out of all of this? So
Tony Khan.
Second.
Well, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I mean,
Tony's pretty loud about this.
Yeah.
He's trying to run a goddamn wrestling company. He's not here to take the shit anymore.
I don't know. I don't know about that. But Phil hasn't been invited to any post-media scrums lately.
We'll see what happens if Punk gets back. But Punk has his own television show. It's interesting in that vein. Short of that, whatever goes on behind the scenes, whether it's Daniels and Page aren't allowed in the building on Saturdays. They have to use a different key code or whatever. Or Jack Perry wasn't allowed to use glass in a spot and it became a thing, which was the other thing I saw today. Whether it's politicking for this, that, or the other thing. Quite honestly, I don't give a damn. I watch Collision on Sunday evening. Okay, I don't watch it Saturday, and I will continue to not watch it on Saturday because there's other things I want to do on Saturday, like work my wrestling shows.
Yeah.
And I am with a lot of people who say DVR that shit because it doesn't matter. No offense, Mike. College football is going to take it's going to take a chunk. So is pro football going to take a chunk from the WWE, and it's going to all even out in the wash. At the end of the day, DVR is king. So I'm not looking at ratings anymore. I'm looking at what are they putting on my television. Yeah. That's it.
And if this is all true, like
The wink, wink, nudge, nudge to fans pisses me off anyway. So fuck that shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of that happening, and even like I'm reading the statement about the supposed head-to-head between Punk and Nemeth. Nemeth apparently reacting to something that Punk had said in ring. So he's responding on social media and was like, so should I not respond to something he says on TV, on social media? And they said, probably not. Man, this reminds me of things that other wrestlers do when they respond to things in reality, taking things too seriously on social media and promos and stuff, which lends to my idea. Shit is exactly the same on fucking big league as it is in indie wrestling. So
not big league John McChesney, who's a good dude.
Yes.
But the big time, the national, none of this matters. None of this fucking matters.
No, it doesn't. No. Until it spills over onto the screen unscripted and becomes an issue, or somebody has a legal suit or something else going on, like or
someone leaves the company.
Yeah, or somebody decides to leave the company, and and four significant people just re-signed. So there's that.
And I'm going to stress this. Yes, 4 significant people. The E is important to these 4 people. Did resign. True. There's an M, there's a J, and then there's an F that's coming up. And I think he will resign with AEW because he is money. However,
I think he might already be resigned.
I think he is.
That's a possibility.
I think he is.
This is story.
I'm a little upset about it because I really wanted him to knock Roman Reigns out at WrestleMania with a Dynamite Diamond Ring.
Will
to
not
give
happen.
Cody the win.
I
know. Not even a little bit.
MJF will
how
show
cool
up.
would that have been?
Man, MJF will show up and be a hot United States title contender.
But my point to the matter is MJF is the only one in the world right now outside of the Elite that has any beef with CM Punk, and it turns out that MJF is above any bullshit. He is still the number 1 wrestler, face, heel, whatever you want to call him, and it doesn't matter who he is still the biggest draw, and I'm going to die on this hill in AEW. So whatever's going on Saturday doesn't matter, because on Wednesday you get to see Maxwell Jacob Friedman make whatever he wants to do worth $1 million.
Isn't it wild to see Mox and Jericho in like mid to low card storylines
and be okay with it?
And that's fine. I mean, they're making new guys,
Honestly,
right?
it should have happened a while ago.
But sure. But you had to get that train rolling, and now it is. You've made the new stars. You're making your Hangmans. You're making your MJFs. You're remaking Adam Cole on a bigger platform. So like it worked, and now we're off to the races, right? Like you need that little bit of lead time.
2011 me, who saw Adam Cole, who saw Jon Moxley, who saw Kenny Omega before he was the cleaner, who saw these guys and seeing them reach their full potential and not do it. Jon Moxley is a general. He is a general and might be pound for pound the number 1 guy in the world, because he's insane and has no problem hurting himself to put someone else over, which poor Renee, but the man's a treasure in wrestling, 100% a treasure, and he's in the mid card right now. And there's nothing wrong with being in the mid card, and people need to start realizing that.
I get excited every time I see Bullet Club out there like a pack of wolves, and whoever they're targeting next. It doesn't matter that they just lost, right? Like
right.
At Blood and Guts, they're still just out and just ripping through the best friends, and came up on Orange this past week. Like it's just like, man, that talk about like kind of that mid like storyline kind of thing, Like I love that. It's bringing Wheeler up. He gets to take the heat and the pins for those guys, because you don't want your Ring of Honor champion randomly getting pinned in these matches. And Moxley's definitely built up to be a bigger thing, and same with Bryan. So but still like and then they still, it's not just like, hey, he took the pin and took the submission and whatever. Like they play with that. Like we made Wheeler run up the rocks in Las Vegas and all this stuff, right? When he lost, like that kind of stuff. Like they play it up, and it's like everything has a reason with those segments.
I'll say this, and this is the last thing is with Collision, good wrestling, good storylines from time to time. Dynamite is still, of the AEW shows, the one I want to watch because every segment I watch, Sorg, you've been in a locker room.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen guys walk up to the card and go, okay, I'm wrestling match 3. Well, good luck to the main event.
Yeah.
And then they go out there and they say, should have put me higher.
Yep.
And they don't say it to the booker.
Collision,
They say it with their match.
Yes.
Collision has a lot of squash matches.
Good. We need more. Bring squash matches back.
But also, I think there is an admittance that there may be a potential new audience on that Saturday night. So there is like, and here's Rusev, and here's this, and here's this, and Rusev's coming back around to his storyline after this week. Miro, whatever.
It's important.
I know a Rusev when I see one. So I think that all comes together. For God, I'm bumping my mic all over the place tonight. So no, I'm with you. Like it's definitely a different vibe, and it's not just because Elton John sings the intro. It's the format of the show.
It's also because the commentary is way worse.
Whoa!
I think I got somebody on my side. There's no Ian slander on this fucking show.
No Ian slander in this building.
Mm-hmm.
In this virtual space.
Okay,
I'm going to put the bubble up, and I'm not going to let you in my bubble.
I'm going to put the bubble up.
This doesn't work for me.
Yes.
That's fine, but Ian
this doesn't work. And now that they've added JR, it works way less.
It's only for the main events, thankfully, but still, there's a lot of JR mumbles happening there.
We will not slander Ian.
It worked.
The weirdest thing.
Well, he's gonna be gone anyway. So
the weirdest thing, what?
Kevin Kelly's coming back.
Yeah, because they're done with Climax, probably.
Yeah, they're done with the G1. So
yeah, and I don't know who we're getting on. I don't know who's gonna be on commentary Saturday yet. So
I assume it's
juniors.
Gonna be back to.
They have to separate. They have to separate the announced teams between ROH, Dynamite, and Collision. I think Ian's going to find a good spot on ROH. Kelly will move back to Collision. It's fine.
No.
Well, they need to separate the rosters of those shows.
Okay,
too.
but we're not litigating that again. We're not litigating that.
I know.
Again. But I like the vibe because I do like Ian and Nigel. Because I, again, as a Ring of Honor mark. Like that is nice. I love that that's bringing it in there, and it does bring a different vibe than literally everybody else. We're not just also throwing Tony and also throwing, Excalibur and whoever else. Like it actually gives the show a separate voice, whether it be Ian or Kelly, right? So yeah, no, I think that'll be interesting, interesting to watch there. If I see Ian this weekend, you have any messages you'd like me to send him, Mike?
Watch the product a little bit more.
Oh, jeez.
And learn how to say Andrade, El Idolo. Neither of them know how to do it.
The Bacha Mania segments on that. No, he does have a problem.
Andrade El Idolo.
He definitely has a problem with that.
As someone who has trouble pronouncing words when they're under emphasizing the wrong syllables from time to time, like it's hard when it's live.
Much respect to Ian. This last month is the first time he's done national television, so that might be something to it, So
when
I realize it's a learning curve.
Give him a little bit. He's got a lot of new voices in his head. Okay.
Oh God, if I had to do a live stream on Indie Wrestling. Could
you imagine if I talked to you as much as they probably do on those shows?
Oh, I'd kill you.
Yeah. And that's the
fucking
thing.
Murder you.
And that's the thing. They talk. Like, they probably talking to him the entire fucking show. So I was listening to something about early Tech TV days and talking about how in the IFB and people are telling you complete sentences in your ear that you and she was talking about you have to know not to respond to the voice in your ear and still be consistently talking while they're talking in your ear and taking that in.
I can barely ignore the voices in my head.
I could not imagine dealing with that, right? Like that's crazy. So, there's that. So, anyways, yeah. On that note, let's give a shout out to our friends at Slice on Broadway. Slice on Broadway, bunch of locations, supporting Pittsburgh podcast with the perfect pepperoni pizza, feeding our guests when they're in here if it's off their diet because we have a lot of wrestlers and they have very strict diets. But still, a lot of times the protein and bread work out for them. Anyways, thank you so much to Slice on Broadway for supporting the show. Friends in the chat room, friends here, what did you learn from wrestling this week? Anybody like to go first?
Well, I'll since we already talked about live with a megaphone. I'll say something that I learned last week and neglected to mention on the show. And we talked about it in the Patreon. So for the patrons, this is old news. But last week I went to Medieval Times for my sister's birthday, and I learned what kind of impact I've had on my beloved wife as a wrestling fan. So for those of you who haven't seen Medieval Times, it's a medieval jousting competition. When one of the horsebacked knights fell off their horse during the joust, my wife, with a smile on her face, just went next to me and said, "Holy shit! Holy shit!" And I was inconsolable through laughing for the next 15 minutes.
Does your wife do that thing where she does a wrestling response thing and just kind of looks at you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It is adorable.
Yes. She was talking to one of her friends one time and explained that Rey Mysterio is only called Rey Mysterio because he used to be Rey Mysterio Jr. and his uncle was Rey Mysterio Sr. And I just bought her something. Like, I just impulsively presented her with a gift at that point. I'm like, because I was just very proud. I was just very proud at that point.
Amazing. It's amazing. And and you're not, and we're both in like, well, I have definitely drug my wife, who was a wrestling fan, kicking and screaming into the wrestling business, and now she's like, what the fuck am I doing here? Kind of thing. We're going into her house this weekend for wrestling. I'm going to the ECW arena this weekend, and she's the one that's going to show me around. Because I haven't been to this iteration of the ECW arena. Because I haven't been there since probably 2010.
Chikara?
Huh? Yeah, Chikara.
Chikara,
Definitely
yeah.
King of Trios. No, King of Trios wasn't the last one. It would have been the ROH tapings, where we were filming Montreal Theory in probably 2010. So yeah. So anyway, this will be a nice homecoming for me. So and I'm gonna go in the men's bathroom and take a selfie with the painting, like she did. Shit. What? Tony, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
I learned that people have a tendency to care more about the off-screen drama to feel in than the on-screen product. And that includes would-be journalists, including journalists who are considered by some to be the voice of internet wrestling stuff. And I'm so goddamn fucking sick of it. I also learned that Chase U slow spiral is actually hurting my soul.
So many swears. I love the most over thing is him swearing. Back on the story thing. This is, and we talked about there's actually we did an episode of Fishing Without Bait. I think it was last week, because you've sat in a wrestling audience, right, guys? Maybe from time to time. And especially
a couple
at something like a WWE or an AEW show, you'll have somebody around you that thinks they know how everything works, but everything they're saying is definitely something they read on a website.
Yeah.
Kind of situation, and probably the wrong website. And not to position ourselves as any kind of experts here, because we've only worked with what we worked with, and we do not know how X, Y, and Z of the wrestling works. Like, legitimately, I will never say I know completely how wrestling works, because no matter how close I am to this thing, because I'm not in there playing in a match. That still fascinates me, how that goes together, in that language and all that stuff and that. But yeah, so 'cause the problem is this was such a big discussion thing. Now this gets rolled into the presumptions of how things are back there, the stories that fans have conjured in their head around this situation or what they think it's like, has got to be the most interesting fan fiction right now. Not that kind of fan fiction. Maybe that too. I don't know.
Maybe that. Maybe the inflatable things are involved.
Definitely that kind of fan fiction.
He faced off with Nick Nemeth, Ryan Nemeth.
But it's not just
and
it's not just AEW. It's
No,
also
it's
the
not.
WWE
Oh,
stuff
it's
with the
wrestling.
bloodline. It's
wrestling.
wrestling.
Yeah, I've heard stories like this at local indie wrestling.
Sure.
Like the urban legends of independent wrestling, just in an area, when certain message boards existed and things like that, right? Like that, that's its own fucking animal. You know what I mean? But it's also, there's always gossip and there's always this, and it just because there's this bit of a mystery era to professional wrestling, even now, the magic of it, that's when your brain always wants to connect the dots. That's why
I see it on Magic, because this is going to surprise everyone. I'm a nerd for show magic in general. And,
Close-up
there's
magic?
a lot of...
Are you going to go see Nigel McGuinness's magic show? Because
I'm not, unfortunately, but...
Let's go to London!
I am not able to fly out to London because I spent $500 on an inflatable bubble that may be a scam. But
you can float to London.
Yes!
I love
oars.
close-up.
Get some oars from that Brands Bring the Weapons match a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get there eventually.
I love close-up magic for the same reason I love professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm. It's close-up magic.
It's close-up magic.
Especially in indie show.
But if you watch Magic TikTok or any video magic, it's all the comments are always how this was done. I don't give a flying rat's ass how it's done.
Yes.
I care that I'm entertained.
Yes.
You magically make a card appear from my hand to your breast pocket. I don't give a shit if there's a duplicate, if the card was made of the Listerine strips and melted in my hand. I don't give a shit. It's entertainment.
Also remember, the people making those comments, whether it's wrestling is fake people or the magic is how it works people, are the people that this is the way they make themselves feel important and knowledgeable, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't have something else in their life.
Yes.
Okay.
And with the writer's strike coming up, you're not going to have anything in your life for a couple months too. So
Yes.
have fun watching Real Housewives of Who Gives a Motherfuck.
Yes. I just the Temptation Island, whatever, as we're getting raunchy tonight, by the way.
Temptation. I will accept no Temptation Island slander on this show.
I'm just
You
saying
slandered Ian. I'll slander Temptation Island right in front of your face.
I don't know what's going on right now. Tina says
I didn't slander Ian. I said he needs to learn people's names.
All right, Matt.
Yeah.
I know
Tina,
that was a callback to the last time I was on the show.
Tina says.
Yeah, no, I know.
Tina says she's learned that pictures of cute cats and positive wrestling posts makes the X timeline a lot lighter. And
This is true.
God bless the New Day with the chairs and the Move Your Boat line. I need to watch that segment again.
Oh yeah, no. They said it was Kofi's boating birthday. I lost my mind.
Okay,
Very good.
That glossed over me late last night when I watched it.
Sorg, what you need to do is you need to look up a little, just look up white chairs and boating on the internet, and just watch whatever comes up.
Just watch what Walmart.com. Boat seats and boating. Hold on. What? No, that's
no
Amazon.
on X.
While he's doing that,
X,
Dave.
Yeah, like
Sorg,
just
watch anything that comes up. They're still trying to sell me chairs in Alabama.
Sorg, just look up the video from the Alabama boating dock. And that's what you'll see.
Oh, that thing. That was a week
Yeah,
ago. That was a week
that
ago.
thing.
I forgot about it already.
Because those people brought out chairs, Sorg.
Yeah. I remember the talk about the unprotected headshots.
Dave Podner learned that the adult actress Alexis Fawn is training with Jay Lethal, and you want to keep the safe search around for the kids when she looks that up.
Well, she already knows how to put people over, so she's got that going for her.
And sometimes under.
And sometimes all around.
We did it, everyone. We did it, all three of us. We did it that time.
We did it just like a bad joke, but cocky.
God damn it.
Show title.
No, they can't be the show title.
No, I can't make that the show title.
I know, but
I think
it'd be really.
I think all of our
it'd be
employment
really,
would be in jeopardy if I put that to show
It'd
title.
be really funny
That's
if
a
that was.
secret.
I
That's a
legal-
secret show title.
I legally, on multiple fronts of my life, cannot allow you to make that the show title.
There's always one phrase during every show that should be the show title but can't be for legal.
You know, in an imperfect world, where I was only interested in getting fans on X, it'd be the show title.
Hell, Sorg, come on. Here's what you do: release the show on YouPorn and make it the show title.
Stop tempting me, and then. Oh my gosh. We do have way
Let's
too
just buy those inflatable shields, Sorg. Let's just
amazingly we have far more connections to Pornhub.com than you would imagine for a show like this.
Not really. We did once try and market. We did market fleshlights once.
I once filmed a radio personality and a porn star doing a Halloween stand up on a boat on the river in Pittsburgh. And they didn't pay me for it. So
always get paid up front, Sorg.
Yeah,
always get paid
that's
up.
what I learned. That's what I learned.
Sorg, I mean, you're one step away from. You have Rob Black's number, so we're not that far off.
It's like, like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, of Kevin Bacon. You're like a half degree away from just.
Doesn't know my name despite saying it wrong the entire day. Oh, whatever.
What did he call you, Sorg El Idolo?
Oh, no. He just added, I don't know how many consonants in my name every time.
He called you Sorge?
Scourge one time, but he would slow down when he said it.
Oh, that
right. You know, and I'm allowed to.
Realize
he talked about
that's
me.
Your Predacon
Listen,
name.
He talked about me on his.
That's your Predacon name. Is Scourge.
Yeah, it is Rise of the Beast Sorgs. Oh, that's the show title.
Gorge. Damn it! I can't
Listen, he talked to me about me on his radio show, so I'm going to talk about him on my show that nobody listens to, too. So I'm not going to say I have heat with Rob Black. I just, I just had dealings. I should really save this for the Patreon. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Tony Kincaid, he's on some social medias, and he'll be at RWA's Aggression, as well as various 2PW shows. Are you officially going to be at the 2PW show for commentary? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I got to send a commentary team. Okay.
Marshall and Doc have both confirmed our entrance. Plus, September 9th, Revenge Pro.
September 9th, Revenge Pro. You're on your own for that one. No bells and whistles for that. Sorry, we have like 2 other bookings.
I think it's September 9th. I might have gotten that wrong. I'm sorry.
It's the second Saturday in September. I know that. So I will be in Ohio. Sorg will be in Philadelphia this weekend for what? Hold on, I gotta get this name right because I don't want to embarrass myself. I gotta say
if you see him, you can chop him.
No, don't do that. I'm on the job, and I don't know if that's going to be taken well. I honestly don't know.
If you see him and he's not working.
It's the USA. It's the All-Star Junior. There's a lot of words, but I don't know what order they're in. All-Star Junior USA 2023 Festival. This is not officially a New Japan show. It's not like it's a New Japan adjacent show. The card's ridiculous. The people they have on this is like freaking nuts. Like Speedball Mike Bailey's on it, and like just a ton of other people. It's going to be nuts. It's a pay-per-view over on New Japan World. It's only streaming on that. It's a $24 pay-per-view if you're interested in checking that out on Saturday. I don't know if it's going to be a part of World eventually or anything like that. It's kind of its own thing. Oh God, their other show in Tokyo on September 8th, Road to Destruction. Their titles are getting changed too. And also Sunday, I will also be on hand. Missy is also on the job on these shows. We will be there for the Multiverse 2 show. So what was the show we did last year? Was that a Multiverse show? But no, they just did the one this year in WrestleCon, right? What did we do last year? What the hell was that? So anyways, but yeah, so that's going to be going down as well. I'm not doing anything important, but I'm going to be there on the job. So, yeah, looking forward to that. If you're in Philadelphia, say hi, send me a message, and if I get a chance to come swing by and say hi, we'll do that. Let me know. Oh, we're going to start the business. Which cheesesteak should we try?
Sorg, I actually have an answer for you.
No. Tell me in the emails. goodtimes@wrestlingmayhemshow.com in the chat or at Mayhem Show on Twitter. Okay. I don't know. Has the answer changed in the last 10 years?
I'll tell you in the Patreon.
In the Patreon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tony Kincaid. Mad Mike 483 on the tweets. And we'll see you guys next time. No, let's go with the outro. Mayhem out. Let's try queuing the outro.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.